Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today we're going to be talking about tips for successful freelancing. Okay, so this is the second video in our three-part series on quick tips for various forms of work. Today we're going to be covering freelancing. So a couple quick tips on freelancing. First thing is you want to have a very clear niche that you work in. The more niche you can make it, the better. There is ultimately a limit to it, right? Like, you don't want to be, so niche that there's not demand. But for example, like if you're a photographer, right, you want to niche. You don't want to just say I'm a photographer, right? Maybe you're a fashion photographer. Maybe you're a wedding photographer. Maybe you're a real estate photographer. But get a specific niche that's large enough that it has a big market, but where you can develop some specific expertise, right? Because there are going to be skills. Like for example, real estate photography. Maybe you've got a drone that does, flies around and makes a movie of the house or whatever, right? That's a specific skill that wouldn't necessarily show up for, say, fashion photography or whatever it is, right? So get down into an appropriate niche. Second thing, leverage your social network. Most people's early freelancing comes from somewhere in their social network. You do want to use platforms to the extent that's possible. Again, if there's a niche platform, then that's preferred. So for example, for photography, right, there's a platform called Shutter, right? That's niche to that thing. For, something like high-end consulting or finance, you're going to want to use a platform like Catalant. So you can use a giant platform like Upwork that has like all kinds of things, and then you can supplement it with a niche platform. That's generally the best combo, along with social networks, right? For everything on the platforms, when you do your profiles, you want to use 5 bullet points. You want to keep it really succinct. The first bullet point should be who I help X people achieve X goal, right? That's it, right? Then you have 3 bullets that kind of highlight some of your biggest accomplishments, some of your, biggest wins, like results that you've delivered. And then one last bullet that's kind of like, what it's like to work with you. So for example, I prefer things to be, I'm the kind of person who comes in, I plan everything out and I make sure that it's super precision, right? That might be something along those lines, or you may say, tends to have a lot of flexibility around A, B, and C because I understand that things are constantly evolving in this space, whatever it is, something like that, something that kind of leads off on a more humanistic note, like, and gives a sense of being human. So that's a good way to do your profiles. To do your proposals, generally you want to start off with saying, hey, I saw your post, saw that you're looking for X, right? I am, use some variant of X, some like different language. You don't want to use the exact same words. But for example, like say, hey, listen, I saw you were looking for like, a financial analyst, right? Like, I'm a former financial quant who, and I'm extremely confident that I can help you, right? You want to express confidence. Then second paragraph, you want to kind of lay out the process of how you're going to do it as well as when you're going to get it done by. And then the third paragraph, you want to have a case study of when you've successfully done it, and keep the case study brief and focus on the results that you deliver for the client. If you want, you can also focus a little bit on the problem, right? Kind of gin up some emotion, and then focus on like the implications of after you deliver those results. What did it mean for the client downstream outcomes? So again, create that kind of emotion so that the person you're sending it to can see themselves in the case study that you're laying out, right? And then obviously, hey, listen, looking forward to talking, give them a couple options to connect. That's the best way to do proposals. If you're doing something like bigger, right? Like something that's more like a, like 5-figure project, you're going to have a little bit more detail, right? You're probably going to have milestones. You're going to have to break out the tasking by a milestone. It's basically a series of multiple projects, right? You're going to have to, have some background, more extensive background on what this is going to mean for their business, the financial projections, really doing more detail on quantifying exactly what they're going to gain from it. But you're going to use not too different a format from what I just described. You're just going to have to add in some more detail. And even if you're working on a big project, like my sister got a $40,000 real estate financial modeling project with a 3-page proposal. Right? You don't have to go bonkers on it. The more important thing is that you can quantify your value, right? In a major corporate setting, if you can prove that it is probable that you're going to add money to that bottom line profit and loss, then your work is, for all basic intents and purposes free. Next step is sales. Really important in sales when you're having the discussions with people to be confident. A lot of people who are new to freelancing tend to not be confident. And if you're not confident, they're not going to be confident. They're not going to buy. And then finally, it's really important to leverage past clients. So if you're dealing with, if you've had successful work done, there are 3 things that you want to get from those clients. One is you want to get follow-on work, right? So, be aware of their business, see opportunities where you can continue to help them. 2, you want to get referrals, right? So, if they really, if they say, oh yeah, I really, thanks for your work, you did amazing work. Be like, yeah, do you know anybody else who could use this skill set? Anybody else that I could help, right? It's a great source of scaling your business. And then 3 is you want to get testimonials, right? And if they hired you on a platform, you want to make sure that testimonial comes in the form of a review on the platform that builds your reputational assets in the long term. So a little bit of a quick run there, but I will see you next week for tips for entrepreneurship.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something that resonated with you, maybe a new connection that you made or some information that shifted your perspective, if you found value here, then I want to give you one last gift. So I've put together a free diagnostic that I call a checkup with the career doctor. Short list of questions, and as you answer them, it's going to give you a readout of where you stand on the important metrics of career fulfillment, right? How happy are you with your job and how good a fit is it, right? Financial success, which we all know, and then internal alignment, which is your level of inner peace and the inner resources that you have to bring to creating the life that you want. Additionally, it's also going to show you which areas you can improve on to get those metrics moving in the right direction, as well as how can we at the Oculus Institute help you make progress. So it's totally free, 100%. All you have to do is just go to www.oculusinstitute.com/purpose quiz, right? No spaces, no dashes, just oculusinstitute.com. That's OCULUSINSTITUTE.com/purpose quiz. And you can take it totally for free. You'll get a free report sent to you. And then at the end, it will give you some next steps of what you can do to reach out so that we can help you create the career of your